Hey everybody, and welcome to the Logan Power Show. It's me, your host, Calvin Logan, live here at For Your Glory International Ministries here in Summerville, South Carolina. Well, I want you all to know this is the season. It always comes around every time. Well, we got to make the right decision. I know by anybody else is not just on the big stage, the presidential, vice president, senators, House of Representatives. We're down to City Council. These people make tough decisions. So it's her first time here at the Logan Power Show. She's part of family, because her son was in the Marine Corps like myself. So that's the reason why I always treat my family with utmost respect, or anybody who comes on the show, y'all. So we know it's all love. She's the one and only one for District 3, Miss Kathi. Love, how you doing, man?
How you doing? How are you?
Glad to have you here.
Thank you so much for inviting me.
Yes, ma'am.
Thank you.
So let's get down to yourself. Retired.
I'm a retired police officer for North Charleston Police Department.
Yes, ma'am.
I served 24 years. I worked patrol and went into specialized units, detectives, worked homicide, special victims, and then I found my niche of working in the schools, and I stayed in that unit close to 17 years, working at Garrett High School, Brentwood Middle School, Morningside Middle School, and all the elementary schools, and helping kids. I realized that there was a big need for good officers to be in the schools to show young people that officers are good and that you can trust them and tell what's going on. And through the years, I've met many, many families, many, many kids. Even if kids got in trouble, you get them to the right place. And still today, kids that have graduated 15 years ago are still contacting me. I'm married, can you come to my wedding? Or, I have a business, or just staying in touch. I have one young lady that texts me every week to check on me after all these years. So I realize police officers make a difference if you give it all. But then after a time frame, it was try something else. I was also the homicide detective, so it gets to you after a while. So I decided to follow my dreams. I went and got my Ph.D. last year, and I am an adjunct teacher for a Christian college, and for several other colleges I adjunct, and then I became a full-time professor at a Christian college, and I get to do my service in a different way, and I get to talk about God and talk about all good things that can happen to these young people as I'm teaching them to become police officers or work the criminal justice field. So I was very, very blessed. I have very strong people in my life. I'm a mother of a son that is in the United States Marine Corps, and he's been there for 13 years. And I have a grandson and a great daughter-in-law. They just got stationed in San Diego. And I have a great family that serves God in all different ways. I have a brother that's in the FBI. I have a sister that's retired CIA. And I have two sisters teaching. So I have a brother that's a vet. So we serve in different ways to help people. And I think it's really important that we as, adults teach young people to serve. I was starting to think of how everything started. And when I was growing up in New York, one of the things we did on our block was volunteer for the Jerry Lewis Telethon. And I was like 7, 8 years old with the older kids. And that taught me volunteering and, getting money for people in need. It shows you good work ethics of getting something for other people and going to church every Sunday. And I think that was a good base to get me where I needed today.
Okay, absolutely. Now, you have made the transition. District 3, you are running for City Council.
Yes.
Different lane in law enforcement.
It is. It is.
Now, people always ask this question: what makes you different than any other candidates running? What
Sure.
stands you out? Because you have the law enforcement background, you have the educational background. What makes you different?
Well, I also ran a rape center, People Against Rape. So I worked with rape victims, and I also helped programs in the Charleston area. For example, they didn't serve children's population, so I worked on a task force working for the Low Country Children's Center, getting forensic exams for young people that have been abused, and working with different legislative to change laws to help rape victims and children of abuse. I also, as time went on, I realized there's a lot of homelessness, and there's young boys that we had at Stall High School. There was a lot of young boys that are good kids that want to finish their high school but have no place to live. They were going from house to house. And so we opened up a homeless home, me and some other folks. We raised enough money to get a brand new house, and we have house parents, and we have 4 young men from the ages of 17 to 21 live there while they're trying to graduate. And we had our 2 successful graduates, and they're off to college. So when I see a problem, I go out and I fix the problem. There was a problem, people were upset of how young people were getting arrested and getting records. So at North Charleston, we changed that. We changed it in the fact that we have youth court and diversion programs and immersion programs where we take the kid, first-time offenders, and we don't put them through the system. We let kids, high school kids, go and prosecute them and, pretend they're like the prosecutors, the defense attorneys, and they make the decision of the punishment. And in 2016, I received an award from the Department of Juvenile Justice that we have had such success that kids weren't reoffending. And that's the important thing, is kids moving on and not reoffending. So that was successful. And then we have the CAPS program that, the school resource officers, where sports were involved. So we're taking young people and having them active so they're not on the street. And so I've done all that. I've coordinated that. And I always look at, what do you do when the cameras are off? What do you do when nobody's looking? Are you serving God in your community without people watching you do it?
Sure.
And that's who I am. I don't need anybody to watch me. I am the one that goes out and does it without anybody watching what I'm doing. I serve because I love to serve. Children are my heart, and I feel our future is in our children. But I also, the elderly, the seniors, the homeless in our area is big in North Charleston. Of certain areas have more homeless than others. So we're working on it. The city's working on it, and I'm a part of that, and I'm really proud of that.
Amen. Amen. So with District 3, there's a couple things that we run into. Fairwind has a lot of things going on that, we have some things in District 3 that we want to have done better with. And I mean this when I'm thinking about holistically. We got, A.C. Cochran Elementary School, we got Deer Park Middle School. If you combine both schools together, you're talking about at least over 1,000 plus people.
Correct.
In those particular vicinities. What do you want to see different done in District 3? Because people talk about there's not enough lighting.
Sure.
When you get on certain streets.
Sure. There's not enough. There isn't enough sidewalks.
Yes.
So they started the sidewalks and then they stopped. So we need to continue finishing the sidewalks so kids are walking on sidewalks, not in the roadway, not on people's lawns. So I know I can get that done. That's important, children's safety. The lighting is important. That is an easy fix. It should have been done. So there is things that you're saying that should have been done in the past. So I can get that done. And also, when I'm knocking on the doors, it's speeding. Like, everybody's worried about the speeders and traffic. Well, there is ways that we can change things. The traffic pattern for A.C. Cochran can be changed in working with the school district. We have to work together to get things done. It can't just be one group. It has to be the resources around it. And another thing is working together and not fighting each other gets things done.
True.
And that's what I'm about. Is I'm not here for a fight. I'm here to get it done.
Got it.
So that's another thing that I've noticed in the past, that people want different parts, but we have to work together to get it done.
Amen. And what she's talking about, something that is a constant battle that we run in District 3. Just give an example. In North Charleston, District 3 is one of your most predominantly, I would say, very wealthy districts, because you have a university, Charleston Southern University. You also have two very populated schools that were there in District 3. Very good fast food restaurants, from the Cookout to the Wendy's to Zaxby's. You got the T-Mobile call center. That's over 1,400 plus people there. A lot of the bus Carter is the big stop off where people can now park there, go downtown. You have those apartment buildings. You got all these houses. You got everything, you name it, in District 3. You got trailers to big homes. Police department can't be everywhere like we want them to be, but things are slowly changing. We want them to change, like, more of North Charleston coming in some of those areas. The bus routes are getting a lot better for us.
They are getting better, and we are blessed to have a good mayor to, when he hears concern that he goes and works to get change. But with the bus system coming, it does alleviate a lot of that traffic where people are parking and not on the roadway. So it is important to have more of those systems, but do it safely. So there will be they're talking about a Carter line from Somerville to downtown, and the main thing is keeping it safe of how we create that line. Another thing is when I'm knocking on the doors and people's concerns is making sure that they're notified of what's going on, what businesses are coming. That would be my job, to let if somebody's applied to put a business in there. The citizens in District 3 want to know what's going on.
Yes.
So I want to make sure that they're informed before something happens, not after, where we have to fight to decide what's going to happen.
Got it.
So I think it's important to be well informed, to make sure that North Charleston citizens are safe, and educate them about safety, and have special programs up there. We have a great library in District 3, and not a lot of people use it. And so we can use that for education for children, adults. We have a senior center in District 3. We have great seniors there, and we want to make sure that they're safe getting there, and the well light. So there has been lighting. So whenever I hear that there is a problem, I call the city, fire, code enforcement. Anybody's concerns while I'm knocking on these doors, they're doing it even before the election. They want people to be able to express what they need, and if they can make change, they're going to make it now. And that's important, to do it now. I don't want to wait until November 5th. If there's a concern of safety, I want to make sure it's taken care of now.
Absolutely. And what she's saying is spot on. We have a lot of things here in North Charleston that we can do a lot better on. I believe that I'm a concern. We say my family's first. So for me, before I even met her, I was always the kind of person I was taught, if you say nationwide, worldwide, the people know you in your community. So I get involved with my kids' school. I'm very heavy fathers that are in there. I get involved with the Northwoods Gym, which I feel is a blessing of a gym. Ms. Helen has done a great job. She's been
an
there
awesome lady.
Been there for over 20 plus years. We finally got the gym floor. But that is not District 3's job, City Council, but that's a concern we can always raise about. We finally got that floor together. We are finally getting some things done in the neighborhood to where I'm the kind of person, I'm a sports person. I don't know about anybody else, but I believe sports bring young people together. That's just what I've been taught. Sports, dance, food brings them together. Social interaction, could be video games, skateboarding, bicycling, riding, those type of things we can definitely do better.
We have a lot of good programs in North Charleston. As police officers in the schools, we worked a lot with and the thing about North Charleston, they usually give the uniforms for free, they give the equipment for free. The problem is there's a lot of young people don't take advantage of what we have in North Charleston. It's important, that's why the education and bringing flyers out to all these neighborhoods to get these kids involved. The main thing, I always, talk about is the phone. Kids are using the phone, they're using iPads, and that's become a lot of times the babysitter. So we have to now get them out of that normal routine and get them out, playing outside, doing the sports, because that adrenaline is used positively. When they go to school, they do better in their grades. It's a proven research of that. So it's important to get everybody involved. We have to have the parents involved, the police, fire departments. It's not just one entity. We have to be all together. When I grew up, if you walked down the block and you did something wrong, everybody on that block hit you because everybody was involved. Now, I'm not advocating hitting people, but that I knew if I did something wrong, everybody was going to know about it, and I felt shame. So it made me not do it again. So the problem I see also is that we're not a community raising these kids. Everybody's separate, and we got to get back to that community, and that's what I want.
Amen. So, Dr. Love, what is it that you want to see done within your first year? Because I know a lot of times people say, man, I'm going to get this done in the next 90 days. And I have to be realistic because it is a process. It's budgeting. It's like budgeting. It'll get approved. You get your fiscal year is October.
Yes.
And then it's said this is what we're going to get for the entire year for 2020 moving forward. What do you want to see change through the process?
I want to make sure that the kids are safe. That's my number one thing, and get the rest of the sidewalks so they're not walking in the roadway and walking on people's lawns and get people, upset, because we do get a lot of phone calls about that. So I want to finish off to keep them safe and for people to walk. So we have a place to walk, more sidewalks to walk, the adults. And then the next thing I would like to do is, as I'm doing that, I want to work with the traffic issues that everybody's, complaining about. And then the next issue is, like you said, making sure that the lighting. So I think that can all be done in the first year. And then moving forward to the bigger issues that might cost more money. But my main thing is not what my issue is, what our District 3 in a whole issue is. And meeting with everybody to get what's really important and decide which one's important to all of us. It's not about my decision, it's about our decision. I want to represent, the city of North Charleston, not just me.
Yes, ma'am. Well, I pray heaven's best upon you.
Thank you.
I thank you just for coming.
Thank you.
And like I said, here in the Logan Power Show, it's your choice to make the right decision. I can't tell you who to vote for. I know who I'm voting for, but I'm not going to tell y'all that. We're not biased here at the Logan Power Show. We let everybody come on here. If you want to come on here, talk about why you're running, hey, do that for yourself. Come on the Logan Power Show. But I want you all who are watching me, research these people. Ms. Love has a great website. Her information is available on the screen. I want you all to knowledge is power, but knowledge is not used, is not powerful. The information you have, but unless you're actually looking at that information, studying for yourself. November 5th is around the corner, ladies and gentlemen. So I want you all make the decision, and hey, let's put the right person in office so that we can change not just this city, but make an impact in this nation. Hey, that's all the time I got. My name is Calvin of the Logan Power Show, nationwide, worldwide. We love you. We appreciate you. Hey everybody, my name is your host, Calvin Logan with the Logan Power Show, nationwide, worldwide. Well man, it's a blessing, it's an honor for you listening to me right now. The Logan Power Show, we are nationwide, worldwide. We are here to impact the community, make a difference for all those that are watching us. Always look us up at www.theloganpowershow.us. We're here to come into your household to make a difference in your lives. We're here to educate, we're here to uplift, we're here to make a difference in this entire community. This nation will know that to God be the glory. Jesus is the way, Jesus is the reason for the season. Today is the day to donate to us. www.theloganpowershow.us. I'm telling you right now, you sow a seed here, Bible promise return on your giving. We're here to make a difference. We appreciate all that you do. Going on YouTube, checking out the Logan Power Show. Hey, like us on Facebook at the Logan Power Show. We got our own supporterships page at the Logan Power Show supporters page. Call us today at 843-697-5545. Finally, again, email us at theloganpowershow@gmail.com. Well, I tell you right now, we're going to trust and we're going to lean on God. This show's going to make a difference. We're going to make it happen, family, and we do it together. We're going to make an impact in this nation and across the world. This is me, your host, Calvin Logan, nationwide, worldwide, the Logan Power Show. We love y'all. walk into your future, walk into your, walk into your, walk into your future, walk into your, walk into your, walk into your future. Oh yeah. God bless you.
Oh, see, can you see that the dawn's early